Jake Paul, the YouTube sensation turned boxer, has taken the world by storm with his outrageous confidence, bold trash talk, and unorthodox rise in the boxing world. But when you step into the ring, it's a whole different game, especially if you're dealing with a legendary figure like Mike Tyson. In a recent turn of events, Jake Paul faced the biggest embarrassment of his career, and this time he may have gone too far. Could this be the moment that Jake Paul finally destroyed himself after being humiliated by the one and only Mike Tyson? Stay with us as we dive deep into the shocking events, Tyson, brutal reaction, and how this situation might spell the beginning of the end for Jake Paul's controversial boxing career. 1. The rise of Jake Paul from YouTube to the boxing world. Before we get into the heart of the incident, let's take a quick look at Jake Paul's rise. Jake wasn't always known for his boxing skills. He built his empire through YouTube, becoming one of the platform's biggest stars. With millions of followers and viral stunts, Jake gained attention for his reckless attitude and controversial antics. But what truly shocked the world was his decision to transition into boxing. Many people didn't take him seriously at first, laughing off his ambition. But Jake was determined to prove everyone wrong. He trained hard, took on fights, and defeated several opponents, some of whom were actual fighters while others were just celebrities. Jake's victories over Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley made headlines but also fueled criticism that he hadn't faced a real boxer yet. His confidence grew, and so did the drama surrounding his every move in the boxing ring. 2. Mike Tyson, a boxing legend with a fearsome legacy. Now let's talk about Mike Tyson. Tyson is a name that sends shivers down the spines of anyone who knows boxing. Known for his insane power, lightning-fast knockouts, and unpredictable temper, Tyson ruled the boxing world in the late 80s and early 90s. Even though he'd been retired from professional boxing for years, Tyson remains a dominant figure in the sport. His comeback exhibition fight against Roy Jones Jr. proved that even at the age of 54 he still had plenty of fire left in him. Mike Tyson's reputation as a ruthless fighter made him the last person someone like Jake Paul should be provoking. Jake's flashy style and cocky attitude were bound to clash with Tyson's old school toughness and respect for the sport. 3. The collision. What went down between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? Now let's get to the juicy part, the event that left Jake Paul humiliated in the eyes of millions. Jake had been making waves in the boxing world, calling out some of the sport's biggest names, including Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. But when he took things to the next level and decided to aim at Mike Tyson, that's when things began to spiral out of control. Jake trash talk. Jake Paul is notorious for his trash talk, and he didn't hold back when it came to Tyson. He mocked Tyson's age, calling him washed up, and claimed that Tyson wouldn't last 2 rounds with him in the ring. Tyson's response. Tyson didn't respond with words, he a man of action. However, behind the scenes, insiders revealed that Tyson was more than just a little irritated by Jake's arrogance. While Mike didn't officially agree to a fight, he made it clear that he wasn't impressed by Jake's antics. The moment it all unfolded, the tension between Jake and Tyson reached a boiling point during a high-profile event where both were present. Jake, in typical fashion, tried to steal the spotlight by confronting Tyson, but instead of the cocky confidence we usually see from Jake, this moment was different. As he approached Tyson, something went wrong. Maybe it was nerves or the overwhelming presence of a boxing legend, but Jake fumbled literally and figuratively. In front of a packed audience, Jake tried to talk tough, but his words fell flat. Tyson remained calm and collected, but the way he stared Jake down said it all. The intimidation was so thick you could cut it with a knife, and just like that, Jake's bravado crumbled. 4. The aftermath. Jake Paul public humiliation. This wasn't just an embarrassing moment, it was a career-defining disaster. The media went wild with headlines about Jake Paul humiliating face-off with Tyson. Memes exploded across the internet, and clips of the event were shared millions of times. Jake's usual swagger had been shattered, and everyone was talking about how the once unshakable Jake Paul had been reduced to a stumbling, stuttering mess by a boxing legend. Social media reactions. Social media users didn't hold back. Hashtags like Jake crumbled and Tyson scare trended for days. Fans and critics alike found it hilarious how Jake, who had spent years taunting and trolling others, was finally the one getting roasted. Fellow fighters' reactions. Boxers from all over weighed in on the situation. Some, like Conor McGregor, couldn't resist throwing a jab at Jake. Others, like Tyson Fury, simply laughed off the whole ordeal, calling it the lesson Jake deserved. 5. Did Jake Paul destroy his own career? Now the question everyone is asking, is this the end of Jake Paul's boxing journey? Has Jake destroyed his own career after being humiliated by Mike Tyson? Jake fanbase. Jake has a loyal fanbase, but even some of his most dedicated supporters are questioning whether he taken things too far. Boxing isn't just about trash talk, it's about skill, respect, and handling yourself under pressure. Jake's inability to hold his own against Tyson, not even in a fight but just in presence, may have shaken the faith of his followers, future opponents. This public embarrassment also raises questions about who Jake can fight next. He's been calling out bigger and bigger names, but after this incident, will anyone even take him seriously? Boxers may see this as proof that Jake isn't ready for the big leagues. 6. What next for Mike Tyson? As for Mike Tyson, this incident only solidified his legendary status. He didn't need to throw a single punch to show the world that he's still the baddest man on the planet. Tyson's calm, composed demeanor throughout the ordeal earned him even more respect from fans and fellow fighters alike. Some insiders believe that Tyson might even be considering stepping back into the ring for another exhibition match. Whether or not he faces Jake Paul, one thing is certain: Mike Tyson remains a force to be reckoned with in the boxing world. The rise and fall of Jake Paul. Jake Paul's journey in boxing has been anything but ordinary. From YouTuber to fighter, he made a name for himself by doing things differently. But sometimes flying too close to the sun can result in a crash. This humiliation at the hands of Mike Tyson could mark the beginning of Jake's downfall, or who knows? Maybe Jake will bounce back stronger than ever. After all, love him or hate him, Jake Paul has never been one to back down. But one thing for sure, after this, he'll need to rethink his strategy both in and out of the ring. What do you think? Is this the end of Jake Paul's boxing career, or will he find a way to redeem himself? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on the latest boxing news.